Title: Eye of the Storm by Ukiresh Azubike.
Chapter 14. Shadows Beneath. In the great courtyard of the Qadi's house, noblemen and princes had gathered for a feast. There was laughter, music, and the scent of roasted lamb. Yet amid the revelry, conversations were hushed and calculating. "They are beautiful," one lord whispered. "The taller one with the voice of silk. She could be a fine wife for my son." Another smirked. "And the other, fierce as a hawk. I would not mind taming that one myself." Before dawn, orders were given quietly. The guards were to seize the strangers and present them to the Qadi's son at sunrise. But the night had its own plans. As the three slept in their chamber, the first sound was the clink of metal, a blade against a door hinge. Zara stirred. "Imezi?" Before she could finish, a shadow lunged. Kezi rolled off the mat, knocking the intruder aside with a swift kick. Another man burst in through the window, the air filled with chaos, steel clashing, curses in the dark, the scent of smoke. Then, from the narrow alley beyond the room, a voice hissed. "This way, quickly." A man in a dark robe appeared, his face half covered, his movements agile but deliberate. He cut down one of the guards with unsettling precision, grabbed a torch, and waved them forward. "No time to ask questions. Follow me or die." They ran. The man led them through a maze of alleys, across rooftops, then down a stairway that vanished beneath an old mosque. The sound of pursuit echoed behind them, shouts, dogs, horns. "Who are you?" Kezi demanded, panting. "Someone who's been hunted before," the man said curtly. "Name's Iwuji." He pulled a lever hidden in the stone, and a portion of the wall groaned open to reveal a narrow tunnel lit by faint blue light. "This passage leads to Arawan, 2 days north," he said. "If we make it before dawn, we live." They slipped inside, the wall closing behind them as the city above erupted in chaos.
The tunnel was ancient, its walls etched with symbols older than Islam, older than empire. The air smelled of copper and earth. After hours of walking, they emerged into moonlight amid the whispering dunes. They rested beside a crumbled stone well. Under the stars, Iwuji finally spoke. "You shouldn't have come to Timbuktu." Imezi studied him. "You speak our tongue." "I was born far east of here," he said quietly, "in a place you might call Umuaka." Zara's eyes widened. "You're one of us!" "Once," Iwuji said, staring into the sand. "A long time ago. But I lost what you still have." Kezi frowned. "Your immortality?" Iwuji nodded. "Gone. My Iiua was found." The words fell like thunder. They sat in silence. The wind carried whispers across the dunes, like voices buried beneath centuries. Imezi leaned forward. "What happens when it's found?" Iwuji looked at her with tired eyes. "You begin to die. Slowly, at first, like a candle that forgets how to burn. But the worst part is not death. It's memory. You begin to remember all the lives you've lived all at once. The joy, the pain, the things you've lost. Until your heart can't bear it anymore." Kezi swallowed hard. "So you ran?" "I walked," Iwuji said simply.
You can't outrun time once you've lost your anchor. Zara frowned. Then why help us? He smiled faintly. Because once, someone helped me. And because you remind me of what I used to believe.
They rested under the stars, and their conversation deepened. Imezi asked softly, "What's the point of our kind then? If we never die, if we never change, what are we even for?"
Iwuji's voice was steady. Purpose. That's all that ever matters. You don't find it, you do it. Every day. Small things done right. That's how you carry meaning. He looked at Kezi. Stop trying to hack life. Knowledge is a burden. The world doesn't bend to your understanding. It breaks you until you understand it. Kezi exhaled, half smiling. You sound like a prophet. Maybe I was, once, Iwuji said. Maybe I was just a fool who read too much. Zara stared into the fire. So the secret isn't knowledge? No, Iwuji murmured. It's wonder. Stay childlike. The moment you stop being curious, you start dying, immortal or not. Their rest was short-lived. Just before dawn, a column of riders appeared on the horizon. Timbuktu's soldiers, led by the Qadi's son himself. Move, Iwuji barked, drawing a curved blade. They tracked us. The desert exploded into chaos. Horses thundered through the dunes. Arrows streaked through the air. Imezi summoned the winds with a cry that trembled the sand. Zara fought with wild precision, her blade flashing in the sun. Kezi stood beside Iwuji, defending him as the older man faltered. His face had grown pale, his strength fading. "Iwuji!" Imezi shouted. "You're wounded!" He smiled grimly. No, just mortal. With one last surge of strength, Iwuji struck down the lead rider, then turned to them. Go! Aruwan is close. Find the mirror before they find you. And before they could protest, he stayed behind, holding off the soldiers as the desert swallowed him in dust and steel. By dusk, the three reached the ridge overlooking Aruwan, a quiet outpost shimmering beneath the sinking sun. Zara was silent, shaken. Imezi's eyes glistened, though she said nothing. Kezi looked toward the horizon. He said not to look for the Iyiua, but what if finding it is the only way to understand who we are? Imezi's voice was soft, almost a prayer. Then maybe understanding isn't what we need. Maybe we just need to live. The wind stirred again, whispering through the dunes, like Iwuji's fading laughter. And far to the west, the storm began to gather once more.